You are correct in saying that there is no foolproof way to protect our children from accessing these violent games, but considering that they are the only audience that takes these images and cannot distinguish between them, the game world and the real world, I'm still confused as to why everyone should be banned. Yes, the world is an imperfect place. There will be some people that, despite the ban, would continue to try to access such games. But there is an even larger population that would be trying to access these games because they would most likely still be available in every other country if there were to be a complete ban. Instead of those just under the age of 18 being banned, everyone would have interest in accessing them illegally, whether it be a 7-year-old or a 40-year-old. They would be seeking out alternate ways to get these games. To say that such a ban would not work is also to say that many other bans that are instituted in the United States today are not working. There is currently a ban of the sale of tobacco to those under 18 or 19, depending on the state, and that ban has been labeled effective. There is a ban of the sale of alcohol to those under the age of 21. To say that we need to ban everyone from playing video games that glorify gun violence because of the potential for people to break the ban would be to imply that other bans in place should be reviewed and in theory applied to everyone. So now we have a world with no violent video games, no tobacco products, and no alcohol. These bans are instituted for a reason and stayed in place because they are achieving their desired goal. As for the statistic about the parents and children looking and purchasing video games together, that would only help enforce the ban. Yes, sometimes what is in the house children consider fair game for their own use, but if there is a ban, I'm fairly certain the majority of parents would not take their child into a video game store to break the law, as we do not hear very often of a parent taking their child into a liquor store to buy alcohol for their child's consumption. There is also the complete neglect of the impact the economy would have over a complete ban. The latest edition of Call of Duty Black Ops had an opening first 24 hours that brought in $500 million in profit. A complete ban would have severe economic repercussions and further the power of other countries that those seeking illegal games will order from and go to get these games. You are also forgetting that we live in an age where designing video games is considered a craft and artistic ability. There are ways to design your own without ever having to consult someone else. Why subject people to having to evade the law instead of act like law-abiding citizens? We do not create laws and bans to protect those who might not follow them. They are created to protect those who do. If we were to model other bans and laws in the same fashion as the ban you are proposing, things like the internet, cable TV, all alcohol, painkillers, the sale of knives, they could all possibly have an undesired outcome. But we establish bans to protect people. The ban you are proposing is entirely too invasive when you consider that there is an appropriate alternative that is in the likes of so many other bans we have in place now. To discredit the idea behind my counterplan is to discredit and question many laws and bans already in effect and to diminish the great things they have done and will continue to do for our country.